What's up, beautiful people? My name is Jordan and welcome back to my channel. So this is kind of a follow-up to a video that I made a few years ago, which is how I got like my big start on YouTube. I made a video of me talking about meeting Fall Out Boy like a couple days after I first met them. And apparently I made everyone cry, and I'm sorry. I did not mean, that was not my intention. I just gave my story, and apparently it was very emotional for me and for other people. But this is kind of like a follow-up video. I just wanted to kind of tell about what it's like to meet Fall Out Boy, because their new tour is coming up. I don't think they're doing any VIP meet and greets for this tour, unfortunately, but down the line, if you ever want to meet Fall Out Boy and you ever get the opportunity, I want you to kind of know what it's like. Let me start with a little info about myself. My name is Jordan. I have met Fall Out Boy, all of Fall Out Boy 4 times. I met them for the first time in 2015 during Monumentour, or not Monumentour, I'm sorry, Monumentour was 2014. Wow, I'm a failure. Boys of Summer. I went to Houston, Austin, and Dallas, and I met them 3 days in a row. And it was a super emotional roller coaster, and it was amazing and all that good stuff. And then I met them again during Wind Tour, and I've met Patrick outside of a meet and greet once, and he remembered me and he hugged me, and it was really sweet. I'm going to link both of the videos of me talking about meeting Patrick outside of a meet and greet, but also about me meeting Fall Out Boy for the first time. I'm going to link both of those down below. But this is kind of a video talking about what it's like to meet them. So basically, I am a huge Fall Out Boy fan. Another little info about myself, I am a huge Fall Out Boy fan. I have 5 Fall Out Boy tattoos. I have Patrick's handwriting on me that I asked him to write out. I have words that Patrick said to me tattooed on me, inspirational words. I have Fall Out Boy lyrics. I have Oh How the Mighty Fall in Love tattooed on my ribs, which was my first Fall Out Boy tattoo. And then I also have I Can Move Mountains, I Can Work a Miracle down my thigh. And then I have the Fall Out Boy crown symbol, Fall Out Boy, whatever, on my heel. So yeah, just kind of saying that I'm a huge Fall Out Boy fan. I'm not crazy, I'm passionate, there's a difference. Okay, so basically what it's like to meet Fall Out Boy. Of course, everyone's gonna have their own opinion, everyone's gonna have their own experience. For me, meeting Fall Out Boy was more than just meeting a band. It was literally about meeting my heroes. This band, I kind of go into other detail in my other video, but this band more or less saved my life. They brought me out of a huge hole that I had dug myself into. I don't want to go into it, but Patrick specifically is my angel. And so meeting him was something that was very important to me. Whenever I first met Fall Out Boy, I met Pete in Monumentour the year before, but that was like so briefly, and that was only for a moment. And he, by the way, Pete Wentz, if anybody ever calls Pete Wentz an asshole, I will punch them in the face, because Pete Wentz is the very opposite of an asshole. I was, I think, one of the only people to meet him outside of a meet and greet. I'm talking about Pete. During Monumentour, because I got lucky and he came out at the same time that I was there. So it was just me, which was pretty wicked. But Pete is awesome. And he signed my book, my Gray book, and he signed it, Survive and everything. And he's an amazing person. But this is about meeting Fall Out Boy, not just Pete Wentz. But okay, so my very first time meeting Fall Out Boy. And meeting Patrick and Andy and Joe and all that good stuff. So I basically was worried sick because they do the meet and greets, and I am like super paranoid. Like, I had the VIP meet and greet and I hadn't gotten the email yet. And it was like 2 hours before check-in. And I was like, oh my God, like, what if I did it wrong? What if I don't have meet and greet? And I've been thinking I did this whole time. You know, like, I have like super overthinking mentality. And so I was freaking out. And then I finally got the email, and so I calmed down a little bit. But so I was crying before I even walked in front of them, which is normal. Because I let a lot of people go in front of me because I was the first person at the venue, but I let a lot of people go in front of me because I was so nervous. And a lot of people go in, they come out bawling their eyes out. It'll probably happen to you. Don't worry. They see it a lot. They deal with it a lot. They understand. They're good people. They're not going to make fun of you for crying. It's like, they understand. But okay, so it was my turn to go up, and I walked around the corner, and I had been dreaming about meeting Patrick for years at this point. I'm probably going to start crying. I start crying in my other video too. So I walked around the corner. I tell this story all the time, and I start crying every time. I walked around the corner, and I looked at Patrick, and he wasn't looking at me at first. He was turned, I think, talking to Andy. And I said, hi. And Patrick just turns to me with this big smile. I'll never forget it. Like, I can close my eyes. This was 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, and I can still see it clear as day. He just turned to me with a big smile and said, hi. And I just broke down crying, like right there, right in front of him. And I walked up to him and I said, can I have a hug? And then he hugged me. And I just want you to know that Patrick Stump, I've hugged a lot of men in my life. A lot of men. Nobody on this planet hugs better than Patrick Von Stump. Nobody. That man will squeeze you like a freaking anaconda. If you ever get the opportunity, hug Patrick Stump. Hug him. Because he is such a good hugger. And everyone concurs on this. It's not just me. And it's not just because I was crying. He will hug you and he will squeeze the ever-loving hell out of you. And basically, I don't want to go into the whole detailed story because I will start crying again. But he really listened to me. I gave him my note talking about how he saved my life. I told him about all this. When we were hugging, I whispered in his ear, and I said, you're the reason I'm here. And he squeezed me even tighter, and he was rubbing my back, and he said, well, I'm glad you still are. And, dude, oh my God, I still can't. Patrick's an amazing person. Pete is an angel. I spoke to him mostly in Austin, but he's such a sweet guy, and he really cares about the fans, and he really cares, you know? Andy is hilarious. Andy is awesome. Andy gives good hugs too. Make sure you hug Andy if you ever get the opportunity. Unfortunately, Joe doesn't do hugs because he had back surgery, so I don't think he can because this was in 2015. But I don't think they do back surgery. I don't think they do back surgery. I don't think they do hugs for Joe at all ever again because of his back surgery. So it doesn't matter that a few years have gone by. But Joe is so sweet, and Joe has the firmest hands. I held his hands and talked to him, and he has such nice hands. I know that's like really strange, but he also has a really pretty smile. Joe is hilarious. Yeah, so I don't know. This is just kind of like a quick little video talking about what it's like to meet Fall Out Boy. If you ever get the opportunity, don't panic. Probably let other people go in front of you because most likely than not, they're returning and meeting them again, so it's not their first time. Yeah, you'll probably cry. It'll happen. It's not bad. It's not anything to be ashamed of. You know, you're a human. You have emotions. You've been waiting for this for a long time. Like, it's not scary, you know? It's literally just going in front of humans that you watch on TV all the time and that you listen to their music all the time. And it's like it's still, the thing that's the craziest to me is that I hugged the body that the song What a Catch Donnie sang. Is that weird? Because that's like my favorite song. And like that song means so much to me. And like I hugged the body that voice of that song came out of. I know that's kind of strange to kind of think about, but I think of things in those terms. Anyways, so I just want to say that it is a magical experience. If you ever get the opportunity, please meet Fall Out Boy. Please hug Patrick. Like, just, I don't know. That's my advice. Yeah. have you ever met Fall Out Boy before and you're just watching this just for the heck of it? Or are you hoping to meet Fall Out Boy sometime in the future? Or do you have no hope that you'll ever meet them? Because I'm telling you right now, I never thought I'd meet them either. And all this has happened. So, but yeah, don't worry. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. And more likely than not, it'll happen. I promise you. If you're a kid right now and you don't have your own job because you're in high school and you don't have any money, don't worry. You'll be an adult soon. Eventually, you will be an adult. Eventually. And you can make your own money and you can go wherever you want. And you will meet them. Don't worry. I don't know what else to say. But if you love something and you have a passion for it, don't let anybody ever make fun of you for that passion, because they're just jealous that they don't have a passion as strong as yours. You know, people always make fun of people that love things a lot because they're jealous. They are. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope this kind of gave you a little insight. I don't know. I'm kind of filming this at like midnight and I haven't slept all day because I worked this morning at 5 a.m. and then I just got out of work about an hour ago. So yeah, I've been at work way too long. So I just decided to come home and film this, and I put on some eyeliner for it, because how can you not film a video about Fall Out Boy without eyeliner? Alright, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Hit me up on Twitter if you want. Hit me up on Instagram. Talk to me. You can ask me questions. All that good stuff. And I'm linking down below if you haven't watched my meeting Patrick outside of a meet and greet and meeting Fall Out Boy videos. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to read them. Bye-bye.